Uh, our, our group number is 8, and we are presenting adaptive control technology. I'll be presenting introduction and definition. So, adaptive control technology is an extension of CNC mechanism. In CNC, the speed, feed, RPM of the tool are decided manually by the operator. And this is based completely on the operator's experience and skill of handling the machinery. However, the selection of tool material and its speed and feed should depend on workpiece, coolant, and other similar conditions. So here is the basic block diagram of how an adaptive control mechanism works. Next slide. So in such situations, adaptive control improves the production rate and reduces machining cost by accurately calculating and setting optimal parameters for machining processes. In contrast, new generation CNC-based adaptive controls leverage the speed and performance of drive and control combinations by using controls, spindle motors, servo motors, etc. And they also optimize cutting feed rates based on these measurements. Next slide. So, adaptive control is a significant factor in developing unmanned machining techniques. An essential element of NC and CNC machining, adaptive control is needed to protect the tool, workpiece, and machine from damage caused by malfunctions or unexpected changes in machine behavior. Adaptive control is basically a feedback mechanism where which takes input from CNC and automatically adapts the machining variables to actual conditions of machining process. It is also shown here in the block diagram how this process works. So now I hand over to Mihir.
So I will be talking about where adaptive control is applied and how it works basically. So adaptive control technology cannot be applied everywhere because its cost of operating the technology is quite high. It is usually used in system where mass production and material on which the process is to be done is high strength like steel, titanium, and other high strength alloys. Next slide, Aryan. So that while performing the adaptive control system has three main functions for altering the machining process and improving the uh, performance. So the first function is the identification function in which the adaptive control system what do you say? It generates its what? Sorry. Uh, it generates the original performance factor based on the it identifies the original performance factor. The second function is the decision function in which it decides how to improve the factor or performance factor. And in the third modification function, uh, it modifies the process in such a way that the performance factor is improved based on the decisions made. Next slide. So first I will be talking about the identification function. So as I said earlier, this function mainly involves determining the current performance value of the machine during the process. So basically, in the beginning, the tool is fresh and it does not require much strength to complete the process. So in this function, the current value of the performance is determined, and based on the feedback, it is sent feedback sent by the machine during the process. So next, otherwise will be telling about the decision and the.
So the second function, which is the second step, is the decision function. So once the system performance is determined in the first function, we have to then uh, decide how we should adjust the control mechanism to improve the performance of the process. So the decision procedure is basically carried out using a pre-programmed logic provided by the designer. And then depending on the logic, the decision may be to change one or more of the controllable processes. So after this, the third function is the next step is the modification uh, is to implement the function. So the third AC function to implement the decision will be, so while the decision function is a logic function, modification is concerned with the physical or mechanical change in system. So it is a hardware function rather than a software function. So the modification involves changing the system parameters or variables so as to drive the process towards a more optimal state. So basically we are optimizing for a more efficient system. So actual changes to the system are made in the modification function. And like this, the three adaptive control functions are executed. So next I'll be talking about why we use adaptive control. So the improvements in the CNC machine tools depend on the refinement of the adaptive control, which is, like I explained, automatic monitoring and adjustment of machine tools and machining conditions in response to the various performances we get during operation. But when we are manually, like in the olden times when we used to manually do, the person or the operator had to personally go there and check what changes are occurring in the machining performance. Like example, the tool is getting done or the workpiece is getting harder, and based on that he has to make the necessary mechanical adjustment. But this is very imprecise, and the efficiency used to not be as high. So an essential element of the NC and CNC machining, adaptive control, was implemented to protect the tool, the workpiece, and the machine from damage caused by the malfunctions or by unexpected changes during the machining processes. So this is why adaptive control is also a significant factor in developing unmanned machine techniques for higher precision. So next, Aryan will take over.
Uh, every system has some advantages and limitations. Here, for adaptive control system, the main advantage is the involvement of operator is minimal. There are also other advantages like production rate and tool life is increased. It also provides proper stability and response too. Now talking about limitations, the major drawback is its standardization of interface of adaptive control system with CNC machine is not yet found by the manufacturers. Other limitation is that availability of sensor for some particular feature is not available, like sensor which gives feedback about the wear and tear of the tool is not yet available. So now talking about its working example. Adaptive control system monitors torque, controls spindle speed, feed rate according to the surface of the workpiece. The control unit of the machine tool is programmed with data defining the minimum and maximum value of torque allowed for the machining operation. If, for example, a blunt tool causes the maximum torque, a signal is sent to the control unit, which corrects the situation by reducing the feed rate or altering the spindle speed. So that's how the working of adaptive control is done in CNC machines.
Just a minute. References वगैरह है बच्चों?
हाँ sir, एक
It's a
मिनट
good seminar. As you said, I would like to say that limitation. They said tool wear and other things. It is
Yes.
very difficult because what happens is tool wear means a complex tool geometry of various angles are given, and they cannot be given online when the working is going on. You have to remove the tool, you have to regrind, resharpen the tool. That is one thing. Then at the time of if you want some sensor for measuring it, it is difficult because coolant is going on. At the same time, when tool materials are changing, work materials are also changing. So there are so many controlling factors that you cannot reach to any decision. So that it will be difficult. That part will not be possible by adaptive control. However, if something is going in danger, then automatically reduction of depth of cut or feed, that will be that is more advisable, and that adaptive control is doing. Acha, can you explain me what is difference between stepper motor and servo motor? Any of you four? Here you said servo motor is used. what is the difference between stepper motor and servo motor? Sometimes experts were discussing. I am also not expert in that. That is a somewhat electrical area. If you know that, you can answer. Otherwise, you go through that. I think in adaptive control, servo controls are used, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, so वो क्या है सब मतलब हाँ.
So the difference is that pole count is high in stepper motor, and in servo motor it is low.
What you said, pole?
Pole count of a motor.
अच्छा, हाँ हाँ. What is that pole count means?
Sir, I'll have to search it, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक. So no,
Sir,
because
the
of
stepper motors are usually used for applications with low speed, sir. So that's why we need that's the difference between stepper and servo.
In the
So
torque.
servo is used for high speeds, for high
अच्छा
acceleration, or for more accuracy. Servo motors are used.
अच्छा,
That's why.
ठीक है ठीक है. Because see the I have that doubt. That's why I asked you. बाकी कुछ नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि तुमको ये करने के लिए. मेरे को खुद को वो डाउट था स्टेपर मोटर और सर्वो मोटर के एग्जैक्टली एप्लीकेशन कहाँ है. इस पे सर्वो सुना था मैंने, एंड सर्वो इज हैविंग फाइन कंट्रोल. दैट आल्सो आई रेड.
हाँ सर, more accuracy के लिए servo is.
एक्यूरेसी के लिए सर्वो है. इतना
हाँ.
यहाँ तक मैंने भी ये किया है, क्योंकि इतना डिटेल में मैंने भी स्टडी नहीं किया है ये. तो बाकी बच्चे आपको कुछ डाउट पूछना है तो पूछो. इट्स क्वाइट इंटरेस्टिंग एंड एडवांस एरिया, कंप्यूटर इंटीग्रेटेड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. Anybody from the audience? See, it is in our syllabus, and those topics our boys are doing at means they are taking so much efforts. So if you have, then you can ask. Otherwise, I will stop the recording. Okay? Even after recording also you can ask. So recording stop करता हूँ मैं अभी. Just a minute. Stop recording.